Welcome into March, everybody. In this video, we're going to be previewing a first four matchup between two 16 seeds, the Montana State Bobcats and the Grambling State Tigers. The winner will move on to play the Purdue Boilermakers, the #1 seed in the Midwest region. For the Montana State Bobcats, they finished the season with a 17-17 record overall. They were 5th in the Big Sky Conference before they made a run all the way to a Big Sky Conference championship title. It's their 3rd in a row for Montana State. This team is all about speed and shooting for the Bobcats this year. They're 96th in the nation in tempo. They want to play fast. They want to turn you over defensively. And again, they want to play as many possessions as they possibly can. Also, a really good three-point shooting team, 36.5% as a team from deep, and they take a lot of threes as well. 39% in the Big Sky Conference tournament. Again, this team is hot shooting the ball from three right now. The key player to watch out for Montana State is their point guard, Robert Ford III. The senior point guard has been tremendous this year for the Bobcats. He won Big Sky Conference Defensive Player of the Year this year. He averaged 16 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, 3 assists, and nearly 3 steals per game as well. He averaged nearly 8 rebounds per game, listed at 6 foot, when in reality he's probably shorter than that as well. Ford is the key that makes the engine go for this Bobcats group. Now, the area of concern for Montana State is their paint defense. They really struggle against teams who can score in the paint. They're 333rd in the nation in 2-point defense. Often they play with 4 guards on the floor and just 1 big man, so their interior defense can certainly be suspect at times. For the Grambling State Tigers, they finished the year with a 20-14 record this year. They won the SWAC regular season title, and they took home the conference tournament championship as well. This team plays at a very slow pace, very contrasting to Montana State. 314th in the nation in tempo. They play a pretty ugly style of basketball, but what they do well, especially on the defensive end, is they defend the paint at a really high level, especially in conference play. Offensively, this is a very iso ball heavy team. They do not average a lot of assists. They don't take a lot of threes either. It's a lot of twos and a lot of mid-range shots for this Grambling State team. Now, the player to watch out for the Tigers is Tremichael Moten, who's their senior guard, and he's been red hot as of late. He's scored in double figures in 8 out of his last 9 games, and he's one of the best shooters on this team from the outside as well. He's 39% from 3 this year from beyond the arc. Now, the area for concern for the Tigers is they really struggle when they don't get to the free throw line to score consistently. Again, they rely on free throws for a big portion of their points. And here's another stat about Grambling State. They're 0-10 against non-conference opponents that were Division 1. They played a couple of non-Division 1 teams and won those games, but 0-10 against non-conference Division 1 opponents. Now, the way these two teams match up is certainly interesting because it's a very much so a clash of styles game. The Bobcats want to play fast, and Grambling State wants to play slow and kind of make this game ugly. Montana State has the shot makers and the pace and style to make Grambling State uncomfortable. I think they've got the shooting to do it. They've been shooting hot as of late, 39% in the Big Sky Conference tournament. And again, that stat I mentioned, Grambling State 0-10 against non-SWAC opponents that are at the Division 1 level. Certainly concerning here in a NCAA tournament setting. I think the Bobcats are going to overwhelm them in this one. So for all those reasons, give me Montana State to knock off the Grambling State Tigers and move on to take on a very daunting task, the #1 seed Purdue Boilermakers in the Midwest region. Give me Montana State over Grambling State. Do you Want to win your March Madness bracket pool? Do you want to not only beat your friends and family, but absolutely humiliate them? If you like the sound of that, subscribe down below to College Hoops Tonight, because we're previewing all 36 first round games of the NCAA tournament to give you the edge you need to nail your bracket and absolutely crush your friends and family in your bracket pool.